guys, doing good? Welcome back. So today I'm going to be working on a challenge called sorted squared array. Basically, it's asking us to write a function that's going to take in a non-empty array of integers that are sorted in ascending order. And then it's going to return a new array of the same length with the squares of the original integers that are sorted in ascending order. Okay, so basically it's asking us to, so this is the array, right? It's a non-empty array of integers and they're sorted from ascending order. And so let's get started by writing our function. So I'm going to use a fat arrow 6 syntax, and so we're going to say sorted squared array, right? And so this array is going to basically take in an array of sorted ints, right? And so what we want to do here is basically we are going to declare a variable just to hold the result, because we want to output a new array. We don't want to modify the array that's being put in. And we are going to label this as results, and we are basically declaring the array, and we're going to map through our array, and we're going to go ahead and access each number. So map gives us the value of the number, the index, and the array, the original array. If we wanted to, in this case we don't need the other stuff here, so all we want to do is return that number and square it to the second power, or to the second value. So we want to just basically times itself twice, and then we want to go ahead and say we want our results to be sorted, because that's asking us to sort it in ascending order. In this case it's going to be A, B, so it's going to check each value and it's going to compare that to the next value to make sure that it's less than that value. And so what we want to do here is return the results. Return the results, right? And so what we're going to do after doing so is we want to, now that we defined our function, we want to go ahead and invoke it, right? And so we're going to say sorted array, and we're going to pass in our sorted ints, and in this case we do want to just console log the results, and so if I was to run the code, you should see this array being squared. In this case, as we can see, it is squared and it's in ascending order. So 2 is 4, 3 is 9, 4 is 16, because 4 times 4 is 16, 5 times 5 is 25, 10 times 10 is 100. There you have it, folks. And so I just want to explain how map works. And sorted is very similar to map. So basically map, let's just declare a constant, we're going to call it map. Map is basically going to take an array, and it's going to call a callback function onto each element that we declare, right? And that we iterate through. And so we're going to declare an empty array that's going to hold the output value of each item that gets this callback function applied to. And so we're going to have to iterate through the array. Let I index set that equal to the value of 0, and we're just saying if the array dot length is less than the length, then we want to increment that value. And so we're going to declare another element here. We're going to call it new element. So this is the element that's going to have the callback function applied to each element of this index. So it's going to get this index. We can also pass in the index, this is the value. We can also pass in the index in the original array here if you really wanted to, but in this case we don't need it. So we're just going to access this value within the array, right? And we're going to apply this callback function. In this case we are applying this function, which is num. We're applying this anonymous function, and so we're going to store this value back into the element called new element. So let's go ahead and push it. Now that we have verified the new element we want to push, okay, so the output, we're going to push the new element into our empty array, and then we're basically just going to return our output, with the new squared values. So this is actually what's happening inside the map function. I just want to show you guys how it works, and very similarly sort works the same. There you have it, folks. If you guys have any questions, comment below, subscribe, and stay tuned for more algorithms. Have a great day, guys. Peace.